Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. How's everybody doing today? I hope you guys are all having an amazing Monday. I usually don't come on Mondays, but I was inspired by a comment that I saw on Instagram today. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to come on. I'm going to do a live stream. And I'm going to keep it short, so we're not going to be on here too long. But I want to talk about some common misconceptions about Suboxone. I want to talk about what people think and what's true. Hey, Sonia. And this could actually be for any kind of medically assisted treatment, Suboxone or methadone or Subutex or Sublocade or Vivitrol, anything, okay? So, first of all, let me give you a little background on how, hey Liz, I'm back on Facebook under Nicole Pludre. Oh yeah, let me say this really quickly. If you haven't already, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you need support, you guys, in your recovery, we have Real Talk Recovery, the Facebook group. So, I am literally, physically, verbally inviting you to Real Talk Recovery, the Facebook group. We have a young lady, Candy, who does morning meditation every morning in the group. And it's just a bunch of us from my channel. So if you need support, head on over on Facebook and look up Real Talk Recovery. Also, you can friend request me, and I will absolutely approve that request. And if you need to talk to me or you want to get hold of me on Messenger, you can. So, I want to talk to you guys about 3 common misconceptions that people have about Suboxone, okay? Hey, Sophia. So, I was on Instagram, and actually, there's this account. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I'll find it and link it. It's an addiction recovery support account, and the account had said they had put up a post needing suggestions, needing help. And this was what the post said. The girl said, you know, my boyfriend is smoking heroin and crack. He used to shoot up heroin, but he has stopped shooting up and he's just smoking it and smoking crack. And what can I do to help him, right? And so I need suggestions. And then that's what she left up. So then I commented and I said, you know, can I make a suggestion? And she said yes. And I said, well, if he's not ready to get sober and he's struggling, you know, he can always try to get on medically assisted treatment, especially if he's not like ready and willing to get sober, because he can get on Suboxone and that can keep him sober and alive until he's ready to get, you know, off of it and really ready to get into a recovery program. Okay, I thought that was a great suggestion, because so many people that are on heroin, you guys, they're not ready to get sober. Okay, they're not ready to stop using and drinking. All right, and so I was like, why? This would be a great solution, especially for someone who is an IV heroin addict, a crack smoker. Okay, that's like, and this is not medical advice, you guys. Like, these are just suggestions, and you can take it or leave it, okay? I'm not a doctor, but I never suggest for anyone to get on methadone or Suboxone straight out the gate, unless you are a heroin addict. Because right now, the way life is in the world, heroin has fentanyl in it, and people are dying. And so I would rather, this is a harm reduction point of view, I would rather see someone get on Suboxone or methadone and stay alive than to be ashamed, not get on it, and die of an overdose. Okay? All right. So, someone commented back, and he said, you know, my suggestion is to go into treatment, go to rehab, get a sponsor, and start working the 12 steps, right? Which is an amazing suggestion. Except a lot of people are not willing to do that. And so what you have to do is you have to get them involved in the program and kind of warm them up to that idea. So that's why I was suggesting, getting into some kind of mat support if he's not ready to get sober. And then the person continued to comment about how he had heard that Suboxone and methadone, hey Liz, were way harder to get off of than heroin, right? And right then I was just like, wow, like I'm not commenting against his suggestion, so why is he commenting against mine, right? Because not everybody, you guys, I'm so serious about this, not everybody is going to get sober through abstinence, okay? A lot of people do not get sober through abstinence and they continue to relapse. I know this from experience. I relapsed over 20 times before I got into recovery, okay? It was so bad, you guys, that I kept going back and kept going back. Hey, David. And so that is a lie and a misconception and a not truthful statement. As long as you taper with your doctor low and slow, did you know that you will have minimal withdrawal? Did you guys know that? So many people jump the gun and they jump off Suboxone or methadone too early. Hey, David, you don't jump off of Suboxone at 8 milligrams, you guys. You don't jump off Suboxone at 6 milligrams. You don't jump off at 2. You don't jump off at 1. You don't jump off at 0.5. You don't jump off at 0.2. You jump off at 0.1. As low as you can get down on your Suboxone, and you take that taper and you make it as long as you can so your body stabilizes at each dose, okay? I do understand that some people get in trouble at their clinics, get kicked out, lose their money, and that is an extenuating circumstance. And you have to be honest about your circumstance, you guys, because when we put out these half-truths and these lies about Suboxone, then that's like making it bad for people who might need to be on it. And what it does is it gives medically assisted treatment a bad name. Be honest. If you're on medically assisted treatment and you relapsed and got high on dope and got kicked out of your treatment program, and now you're going through a withdrawal because you're not involved anymore, be honest about it. Stop coming onto YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and saying, Suboxone's so hard to get off of, blah, 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 blah. If you're working with your doctor hand in hand and you're slowly going down, you guys, I have seen so many people wean down off Suboxone successfully, okay? It's when you are going out and taking things into your own hands that things start going to the left. Hey, Chanel, I'm so glad you're here. Hey, main man. That's what happens when and that's not being honest, okay? Be honest. Be forthcoming. Talk to your doctor. Let them know how you're feeling. If you're struggling, let them know. If you're overtaking your medicine, let them know, okay? Because you cannot get the help that you need if you're not being honest. So the number one misconception about Suboxone is that it is harder to get off than heroin. All opiates are hard to get off, okay? All withdrawal sucks. But I'll have you guys know this. Benzodiazepine withdrawal is worse than anything I've ever been through. Anything. Worse than methadone withdrawal, and I went cold turkey off methadone. Off of over 100 milligrams a day of methadone. Just a little bit of discomfort is not going to kill anyone. I have been in withdrawal so many times. Hey, Aaron, I went cold turkey off of over 100 milligrams of methadone. David, yes, baby. Y'all hearing me right. Me and Neil both. Because we got kicked off. He went to his doctor. He pissed hot for cocaine. I was taking half of his prescription and he was taking the other half. And his doctor weaned us down, but we never weaned, and we jumped off. And we were sick for 6 days. And then on the 7th day, guess what we did? We ran out and got Roxy's. Withdrawal sucks, you guys. It's uncomfortable no matter what substance you're coming off of. So that's the first misconception that I see so many people saying, that it's harder to get off than anything. You guys, everything is uncomfortable. Any withdrawal sucks. All right? The second misconception that I think people have with Suboxone is that they think that people who are on it long term are getting high still. Okay? Someone who has been on Suboxone long term, over a year, over 6 months, does not feel one thing from Suboxone when they take it. As long as, and this is a fact, this is not my opinion, this is as long as you take Suboxone as prescribed every day, you will get absolutely no euphoria from it. The only way you can experience euphoria from Suboxone is if you divert your medication. What does divert mean? What divert means is not take it every day. If you stop taking Suboxone, skip 2 or 3 days, and then take it on your 4th day, you will get high. Because what has happened is the medication has gotten out of your system and your receptors are blank. They have nothing on them. So when you introduce that opioid antagonist onto your receptors, it has nothing on them. What happens when you're on Suboxone is it's a ceiling effect. Each day you take it, you just get to a certain point. You cannot go past it. You can't break through it, right? Honestly, you guys, the only medication that can break through Suboxone is fentanyl. And the breakthrough window is so tiny that you could overdose and die if you tried to do it. Okay? It's so dangerous. So don't go out there and try to do that. So people that are on Suboxone that have been prescribed it for years, 6 months, even a month, they're not feeling any kind of euphoria from it, you guys, at all. Nothing. No head change, no nodding out, nothing at all. Nothing. I know some of you guys are on methadone that are in here, okay? And I want you guys to be 100% honest with me about your methadone. When you go into the doctor in the morning and you get your dose first thing fresh in the morning, how does it make you feel? Because I know for me, when I took methadone in the mornings, I got that feeling. You know what I'm saying? That like feeling. But what happened is throughout the day, it leveled off, you know? But each morning when I woke up and I had to go take my dose or get my pill, I would feel that like, you know, that kind of like, I got my methadone, you know? One thing I learned about Suboxone is people that either inject it or snort it, they only get 6% of the medication and you go right into withdrawal. Right, and that's why it's so stupid to do that. Like, it's a sublingual strip. It's made to go underneath your tongue, you know? But you guys, that's the difference between Suboxone and methadone. Is Suboxone is a partial agonist and methadone is a full agonist. Okay, that's the difference between the two. Both can be used in opiate addiction treatment, and both are used. Both of them help people. Okay, so that's a misconception that a lot of people have, that, you know, people who are on Suboxone are just running around loaded. You know what I mean? And that's the farthest thing from the truth, you know? And I know that if you're on a therapeutic dose of methadone, you are not running around loaded. But I do know some people who get past that therapeutic dose and they are up too high, like I used to be. I used to be on over 100 milligrams. Plus I would take Xanax with it, right? And so it would really jack me up. That's why you have to go slowly and taper off slowly, Rob. As low and slow as you can go, you know? And so, but that's the difference, because methadone is a full agonist and Suboxone is a partial agonist. But I wanted to talk to you guys about, like, all you have to do is be honest with your doctor, let them know where you're at, and taper slow, okay? Take your time. There's no rush, Okay, a lot of us get into this like rush that we have to get off of Suboxone or methadone as fast as we can because everybody's telling us that we shouldn't be on it, right? Absolutely, Chanel. Yes. Somebody, can y'all put my email for Chanel in the comments? It's demeon@yahoo.com. All you have to do, you guys, is just do what you're told when you go to the doctor and be honest and start making. Recovery is not just about getting on Suboxone or getting on methadone, but what Suboxone and methadone can do for you, you guys, they can harm reduction. We don't want you to die, okay? For me, I was afraid I was going to relapse, you guys, and my son was in the state's care. He was in DHS custody, right? Right, and Sonia, that's because you're on a maintenance dose, and you are doing so good, girl. I am proud of you. But a lot of people, what will happen is they'll go above that maintenance dose, and they'll keep chasing that next high. You know, that next, not high, but that, I don't know, head change. And it's like they keep going up and up and up and up. And you guys, the goal to be on Suboxone or methadone is to not keep going as far as you can get, right? We want to get to a place where we're at, like I said, a therapeutic level, and where we're even, where we're like this stabilized. And then since we're stabilized, our cravings are in check, right? We're still going to have triggers. We're still going to have thoughts. That's why we have to go work on our recovery and get like into some kind of treatment or therapy or 12-step program, so that way we can work on our thinking, right? But we've got the craving, like internal like part fixed with Suboxone and methadone. That helps with that, right? Okay, so those are two misconceptions, that we're high and that it's super duper hard to get off of, right? And that's like a horror story that everybody tells everyone, and we've got to stop doing that, because by telling people that, you guys, we're discouraging them from getting the help that they need. Hey ho. And a lot of people need to get on maintenance, you guys, because it's going to save their life. Do you understand that? Like, this isn't about like being cool or, you know, choosing this way because everybody else chose that way. This is about not dying from an overdose. You know, I cannot tell you guys how many times I ended up in the hospital because I would mix Xanax and opiates together and overdose. It's just, main man, it's a total waste, and you're absolutely correct. It's a waste because we can't get any more than that medication into us, right? Okay, and so let me think of one last misconception that I really wanted to talk about that just drives me insane. Girl, I'm telling you what, listen to me. I have a makeup addiction too, so we have it together. If you start matte, you end up on it for the rest of your life. Yes. Okay, so Sonia brought up another misconception, that if you start methadone or Suboxone, that you have to stay on it for the rest of your life, right? Is there anything wrong with you being on it for the rest of your life? Absolutely not. I have a lot of friends, you guys, that are on medically assisted treatment and don't want to get off because they feel safe with it. But you do not have to stay on it for the rest of your life. Whenever you want, you can try to taper, right? Whenever you want, you can go to the doctor and say, hey, let's work on this together. Now, if your doctor, hey, Barry, if your doctor says, I don't think you're ready right now, right? Say, well, why, doc? And if your doc says, well, you're still got legal issues, you haven't got a job yet, you're fighting with your girlfriend, you don't have stable housing, and you don't have a car, I'm going to go with your doctor. You guys have to think. It's not about, oh, I'm just going to keep you on this medication because I want all your money. My doctor wants me to succeed. He wants me to be able to get off and not come back to see him, not relapse, right? That's the goal. The goal is to get Nicole to a place where she can walk on her own 2 feet, you know, and then come back and tell everybody about it. A lot of people don't tell you the whole truth, though. Oh, my doctor, he just won't let me taper. He's making me stay on Suboxone for the rest of my life. But they didn't tell you that they just got arrested last week for shoplifting. Or they didn't tell you that they've been missing 6 or 7 doctor's appointments at a time. Okay, Faith, love you, girl. Or they didn't tell you that they have been failing their drug tests. You know what I'm saying? You guys, I'm telling you right now, every single time I see this, I'm just like, I know there's some probably shady doctors out there, you guys. I'm sure there are. And if that is the case that you found yourself in, find another doctor. Find another doctor. But if you have a doctor who is discouraging you from tapering because you are not in a good place in your recovery, that's a good doctor. That's somebody who's looking out for your best interest. That's somebody who's saying, hey, I don't think you're ready yet. Take your time. Why are you rushing? Okay, at 2 years sober, I went to my doctor and I was like, hey, I'm ready to get off. I'm so sick of this. I hate this, right? And I went to my counselor and I went to my doctor. And they were like, okay, let's try it. We'll give it a try, okay? At that time, you guys, like, I had just got my new job that I'm working at now, and I was just, like, kind of in a transition, right? But they were still like, okay, we'll try. We'll let you try. Let's do it. And I ended up deciding not to, because I looked at my life and I looked at how I was doing with my mental health. I looked at how my stability is with my home and my job and the money situation. And I looked at my life and the stressors that I was experiencing. Like these things all play a factor into how you're going to do when you taper, right? And so, like, I'm telling you, it's just another thing, you guys. It's about being self-aware. It's about realizing, hey, like, maybe I don't know what's best for me, and maybe I do need a little guidance and a little help. You know, so you don't have to stay on Suboxone or methadone for the rest of your life. It is up to you, right? Make a treatment plan with your doctor. Write out a plan. I talk to you guys all about this all the time. Write out a relapse prevention plan. Get a whole schedule together of what you do each day for your sobriety. And stick to it and follow through and stay consistent. Do not waver in that treatment plan, you guys, because this is what people do. And I've done it before too. I do it sometimes still. I was just talking to Jason about this today. Sometimes ego gets a hold of me, right? And it tells me that I know more. I'm so recovered. I'm so recovered, right? I'm the most recovered person you're ever going to meet. And that's when I know, girl, you better get back in track. You better go to a meeting. You better call your sponsor. You better call your sponsees and talk to them and get humble, because I don't know anything. I'm just trying to stay sober one day at a time, you guys. Yes, I love doing this, main man. Like, I love it. And listen, you guys, I'm telling you, my ego my head, because this is what this is about. Like, I facilitate this, right? And so I have recognized this about myself, you know. I am so proud of myself for recognizing when I get into a sticky situation. I start getting, because you guys are like, Nicole, you're so great. You help us so much. And that is amazing. Like, I love helping you guys. Like I said, it's the best feeling in the world to see people succeeding in their recovery and knowing that you were able to help them in that, right? But what happens is that ego starts taking a hold. And it's like, oh, Nicole, you are so good, girl. Ain't nobody got recovery like you. Look at you, girl. You're number one. And I'm like, oh my God. Today I was on the phone with Jason and I was like, I got to get my fucking shit straight. I got to go to a meeting this week because I'm over here fucking floating, y'all. Since I turned 4 years sober on Saturday, I'm floating high on life, so happy. But I feel like it's like a good happy, but it's also like I need to humble myself happy, you know? Because I got sober and I've worked hard, you guys. But I also have to tell you guys that my higher power and you guys and my sponsor and meetings, they have played such a huge role in the where I'm at today. This channel and all of y'all have been my accountability partners. You guys have been like an online accountability for me. And you guys have really helped me stay on the straight and narrow. Matt is a cure to addiction, and that's all you will need. Okay, Sonia has another misconception, that medically assisted treatment is a cure for addiction, and that's all you will need, which is absolutely false, okay? So, there's no cure for addiction, you guys. Like, there's no cure, but it can be arrested, and we can keep it in check by staying connected to our higher power, staying connected to other people in recovery, staying educated about the disease of addiction. Yes, main man. That is exactly right. Complacency is like one of the main things that I struggle with because I get so comfortable. And I think we all do, you guys. Like, I was just telling Jason about this today. I get comfortable, and I've kind of been in a comfortable spot lately here, like a little lull. And that's why I'm like, I need to go to some meetings and hear some other people share their experience, strength, and hope. Because whenever I do that, it kind of like rejuvenates me, and it gets me excited about my sobriety again, you know? That's why I want to have people on my channel to share their stories, because it gets me excited about my recovery, you know? But let me see. Suboxone is just a tool. Methadone is just a tool, you guys. And if you're not adding other therapy and recovery treatment with that, what will happen is you'll just be taking Suboxone or methadone, and nothing else will change. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a saying in recovery that if nothing changes, nothing changes. So imagine going from shooting heroin every day to just eating Suboxones and not doing anything else different. Not changing any of your behaviors. You're still stealing, you're still lying, you're still manipulating, you're still doing all kinds of scandalous shit, right? That's why it's so important. I'm telling you guys, I cannot stress this enough. It's so important, if you get on Suboxone or methadone, to get into some sort of recovery program, whether it's NA or AA, Refuge Recovery, Smart Recovery, MARA, Medically Assisted Recovery Anonymous. There is a MARA meeting, you guys, and I'm starting to look up and find where more of them are at. And then we have our MAT support group meeting on Friday nights here at 7. Oh, Cindy, isn't it the truth? I thought the same thing, you guys. I thought that if I got off of dope, that my life would just be cured, right? But after I got off dope, I realized how crazy I was, how messed up my behavior was. You know, throughout my addiction, you guys, I acted out in all kinds of different ways. Towards the end of it, you know, I met my husband, so I was faithful to him, but before I met my husband, I acted out with men. And that is very important to me, is to always respect, you know, that I have a husband, and that, you know, I honored my husband, you know, I love him. Exactly, Erin. And that's what it does. That's exactly what Suboxone and methadone are made to do. They're made to give you a little bit of like ease. Not worry about craving and obsessing over your dope, right? But on the other end of that, working a 12-step program, I'm telling you guys, if you all haven't tried doing NA or AA, I really want you guys to try it. Don't think about all the stuff you've heard. Don't think about, you know, oh, I don't like it. Just give it a try one time. You guys got to promise me you'll try it. Because when I started working the 12 steps, you guys, it showed me a new way of life. And it also showed me how much other people cared about me that I barely even knew. Just people that were in recovery like me. Did you guys know that even if I don't know you personally and you're an addict like I am, I love you, and I want you to succeed. I want you to stay sober, and I don't want you to die. even if I don't even know who you are, if you're an addict like me, I want you to succeed. I want you to get your life back together. I want you to find support and love, and I want you to be better. Yeah, Aaron, and that's the thing. We have to get to a point, you guys, where we don't care what other people think about our treatment, okay? So the whole reason why I wanted to come on and talk about those misconceptions is because I feel like so many people, they put out these half-truths about medically assisted treatment, and they don't share the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help them God. And I want you guys to know, like, your treatment is up to you. What you do with your recovery, it's up to you. It's on you if you're going to take action and put in the effort to get your life together, to change your life. Okay? It's not easy, but it's simple. You know, all you have to do is find somebody to take you through the steps. Ask somebody to guide you and help you with your recovery. Find an accountability partner, somebody that you can call and check in with and say, hey, I'm doing good today. Just wanted to check in, and get into therapy. I'm telling you what, you guys, it's been the best thing that I ever did. So anyway, I told you guys this is going to be short. I just wanted to talk about that. I hope you guys have a great night. And if you guys have any suggestions, or you guys want me to talk about anything, or you want to know my opinion on anything, shoot me an email, message me on Instagram or on Twitter, and let me know. I'm going to be working on learning how to do thumbnails. So I'm going to have thumbnails on my videos very soon for you guys. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Thanks for sitting here with me and talking. And hey, first and last, what's up? Oh, thank you so much. You did not have to do that. Okay, Cindy, are you friends with me on Facebook yet? Go request me on Facebook. It's Nicole Ploudre, Ploudre, and I will add you into the Facebook group. And anybody that wants to be in our Facebook group, even if you're not in recovery, you guys, you're more than welcome to come over there and hang out with us, okay? Like I was saying, Candy's doing morning meditations. She's doing such a good job, you guys. I'm so proud of her. And first and last, thank you so much, baby. Thank you. Like, from the bottom of my little pea-picking heart, thank you so much. I mean, you know the way to a girl's heart. In that money. I'm just like, that was very generous. That's right, Liz. Very, very generous. And I really do appreciate it so much, you guys. My husband, y'all, I'm going to tell you this right now. I was telling him about the super chat y'all gave me the other night for my 4-year sobriety birthday. And he was like, what? Are you serious? He doesn't understand like YouTube or anything like that, you guys. So he's like, wow, I got to get on there, you know? And I was like, nah, they were like, you know, telling me congratulations on my sobriety birthday. But I want you guys to understand this. And first and last, like, seriously, thank you so much. I love you guys, and I just like being able to come on here and talking to you guys. So don't ever feel obligated, okay, to give me super chats. Now, if you have it, you know, and you want to, I'm not going to say no, of course, but don't feel obligated, okay, guys? Like, I'm here for you guys for free. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is for you guys. I love doing this. I love making videos about recovery and helping people. And, you know, maybe one day my channel will get big enough to where this can be my job. But for right now, I still love doing what I'm doing. Okay, Liz, thank you so much. Didn't I add you to our... Liz, did you request me on Facebook? I thought I saw your name. For some reason, I thought I... Thank you, first and last. Like, for real. I really do appreciate you so much. It very, very much. It just makes me feel so... Just thank you. I'm not very good at accepting gifts, you guys. I guess it's because in my life, like, I've always been really kind of, like, insecure and stuff. And even compliments, when people, like, compliment me and say, you're pretty or you have beautiful hair or something like that. Okay, come over and join. Send me a friend request. It's Nicole Ploudre, and I'll add you to the group. I always like, ooh, feel weird whenever, because I'm not used to having people do stuff like that for me, because when I was in my addiction, like, I was just always being bad, you know? So the only things that kind of happened then was, you know, me fighting with my old man or getting beat up. And now I'm so grateful because the husband I do have is so amazing, and he really, really treats me so good, you guys. But I didn't used to have that. Like, I don't know if you guys were on my live stream that we did on Saturday when I was just the 2-hour one, and I was sharing with you guys about the abusive relationships that I have been in, but that was like what I was used to, was getting beat up all the time. So when I met my husband and he opened the car door for me, I remember the day that Neil opened the car door for me, and I was just like, nobody's ever done that for me before, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to end this one, and I'm going to come back on another one, okay, you guys? So come back and see me in just a second. Let me end this one.